to have girl talk with you all today. This is kind of like the Braxton's house right now. This is my sister Inger. That's going to be Tony. Holly's going to be...
I'm Tony, I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
Yes.
Oh, Tony's the... You're Tamar. I'm Tamar. I'm the baby. And there's Tony coming over there right there. And the Ingrid's going to be Trina and Tawana. Because it's the extra one of them. And then we have our amazing, talented nephew, the awesome James J. Keith Dunn on the piano, serenading us today. And we're going to tell you all about the pain of your first time delivery. But it would be worth it because you have little talented people.
I'm talking about just to bring them. Even if you don't keep them down.
You're a person that does all this business. Awesome mom. Destiny Dunn, Austin, sorry. She's so awesome. She started at the Austin. And James. So I'm about to get my eat on. Peace.
Labor stories. So excited, guys. So excited. Do not forget to subscribe, guys. Before we get started, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. That's going to be to the right of your screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post. Okay? Let's get started, guys. Let's get into this combo. I'm so excited to have my aunts and my mom here. So I want them to introduce themselves so you can learn a little bit about them, okay?
I am Auntie Holly. I am Karen and Destiny's aunt. I'm the oldest of my sisters, and I had my children at a very late age. I'll tell you about it.
I am Inger Dunn. I am Karen and Destiny's mother. I am the middle sister of my two siblings, and I had my children at a very early age. I'll tell you more about that.
And I am the baby sister of these two older ladies and the aunt of the amazing Destiny and Karen. I am Brandy Scott. I'm a mother 2 times of a boy and a girl. And I'll tell you more about it. My first baby was Maurice Antonio Jennings Jr. My water broke. I was at home. I went to use the bathroom, and something said, I said, well, that felt a little different, and it wouldn't stop running. So I called my mom. My mom said, Brandy, did you call the doctor? I said, no, I called you first. I think my water broke. So we got in the car, and he came a couple of hours, well, no, several hours later. But I just want to show you. It's going to hurt. That was before the epidural, because you have to be so many centimeters before they'll get you an epidural, or your delivery will slow down, and it hurts. And it hurts.
Oh, God. Why did you say that?
They give you your medicine. It's like heaven. You don't feel absolutely nothing. In one of my pictures, it took like 4 people. I don't know if I have it. It took like 4 people to hold my legs up.
Jesus,
because the epidural, yeah, it numbed. I was big. I was big. But because I was big and numb, it made it really hard for them to hold my legs up. To get this little guy
hold that leg up.
And so
that's a big leg.
That was my first delivery. And I will never forget it. He'll be 21 this year, and I remember everything like yesterday.
Okay, so, just please, somebody else just say that it doesn't feel like that. Y'all have any other story where it don't feel that bad?
No, it hurts.
Oh. Does the epidural hurt too?
Yes,
The
that hurts.
epidural hurts too because you have to ball. You're having contractions,
Yes.
and you have to ball up, and your back has to be a certain angle for them to stick the needle in it. So,
And then you're still pregnant with the baby still trying to come out. So yeah, it's not a pretty sight. It's not.
You before the actual
they're lying.
Yeah, like I said,
The
no numbing before.
The first numb is when you get your epidural.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they did numb me.
Amen.
They
Oh,
did.
God.
Maybe that's a new mom thing, but they did numb my skin, but they can't numb your spine. So once they actually stick, and you don't feel the needle going in your skin, but once they hit your spine, you do still feel that, and it hurts. It still hurts.
What does it feel like?
Hell.
That sounds good to me. That sounds like it. Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much.
Fear that little, don't get me wrong, the epidural hurts, but that pain is much more bearable than the labor pain. So you would be willing to get the epidural.
Well, what I'm hoping is that I don't feel a lot of contractions because New Day, I've done some research and they say that they can give you your epidural even if you haven't reached like a certain level of centimeters or whatever. So I'm hoping that I don't even know what those contractions. I hope they don't even reach that level.
Well, we have kids that was born
I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna
in 1991.
do
JT was
too
born when?
94,
And they were born when?
90, and 91.
Yeah, and then Holly had kids in 2020.
No, I didn't. My first son was 2006 and 2008. I know that sounds crazy, don't it?
In other words, 2020.
And that's another too. Moms that's in their 40s, don't wait till you're 40. Trust me, because contractions even worse.
Well, if
I
they're
think so.
well, if they're already 40, how can they not wait until
No,
they're
I mean,
40?
don't wait and start having kids like 41.
So what's she saying? If you're 40, just give up.
Yeah, don't do it because it's worse. It's worse before and it's worse after.
Jesus.
Yeah,
But
mean,
I
it
think
is.
you've been such a more patient mom. Because see, I went through postpartum. I was young and I cried.
My kids don't say that now.
When my baby cried, I cried. And I think you are so patient. You, oh my gosh, they just kiss on you and they come lay you out.
Yeah.
I tell my daughter, what? She said, Ma, I just threw up. Go clean it up. You know? So I think
that's true.
No, but Holly be like, oh, I gotta go clean up that door. Girl, no, I'm gonna throw up. Mackenzie, you bet not throw up nowhere but the trash can or the toilet.
Well, now that part is true.
But
I'm
you
talking
better,
about-
so
I'm
I
talking
think
about the wear and tear on your body. When y'all were young, I promise you, your body didn't feel the way mine felt after I had a baby at 40-something years old.
yeah.
I mean, you bounce back. Even though I look bounce back because I breast pump and I look, but my body, it took forever to really come back. It
So I
does.
was like, bad.
But how old were
I
you
didn't
though?
bounce
But how old
back.
were you?
I just bounced. I was 21.
You was a baby, 21, having a baby.
Baby was 18.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all-
Teenage pregnancy.
No, it wasn't. She was married. She was married.
She got
I
married,
got married at
at
19.
16.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I got married at 19.
But
I
it's
had my
still
first-
She got married because she was 5 months pregnant.
No.
I guess she got married because she was 5 months pregnant.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you was 19.
No, I was 19 when I got married.
So you got pregnant and y'all got married 5 months later.
I was a virgin when I got married. Thank
Yes,
you.
the only virgin of our family.
The oldest.
Me and my husband.
Now, I waited late to have kids, but I was not a virgin. I was waiting late to have children.
200 and probably about 50, 60 pounds. When
I thought it was 280. I thought you said
When I
football.
had my weight loss surgery,
Uh,
I was 299 pounds.
Jeez.
Oh, Lord.
I
didn't know that.
was fat
mm.
and having babies. But now the Lord has been good.
Yes, he is. Thank the Lord for that.
Holly, I said, I need to lose weight.
You said 299?
You great good.
So if you ate,
Oh, okay. I'm like,
so you ate one more cupcake, you would have been 300.
And I'm about to eat a cupcake.
I was afraid because it was my first child. I didn't know what to expect. And then they told me they were going to induce me. So everything was prepared. You know, I knew when I was going and all like that. So when we got there, you know, I'm waiting. I'm thinking immediately, as soon as they induced me, I'm going to just start feeling this pain. So I'm like, oh, God. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't until maybe about 4 or 5 hours later I started feeling little pains, you know, little here, a little there. And then as the time went on, then it started really, really getting a little painful and unbearable. By that time, they gave me my epidural. But I had never, you know, I've never experienced my water breaking. I've always either had to, when I got there, either I had to be induced, or when I got there, they had to break my water. So I've never had that experience where my water broke.
See, my water broke at 2 a.m. in the morning. I was getting out the bed to go pee, and as soon as I rolled out the bed, I felt a pop, and all this water just started gushing down. But you know, with Miles, I went in because he had a C-section, so they just, I had an emergency C-section, so I didn't have to do nothing with that. But my first thought when it happened, I was like, oh Lord, this is really, really about to happen. I called my mama, and by the time I got off the phone with her, the contractions started immediately. Like it was like they were like 5 minutes apart. So we had to get to the hospital quick.
Well, I had both experiences. I was induced with my first son, Dakota, and I was induced, and they came in. My mom came, and all my sisters came, and we thought, I thought when you get induced that the baby gonna come right then, but it did not. Matter of fact, my baby didn't come to the next day, 11 o'clock. But even though I was there at midnight, the baby didn't come to 11 o'clock. But I did get in, have my water.
It was. But I was gonna ask you, was it busted?
Yeah, no,
it got busted.
No, they busted it while I was there.
How'd that feel?
That was the worst, because when they put their hand up in there to make sure, it was horrible. But when my water bust for the very first time, because that was with my first child. My second child, it bust, and I was at home watching TV, and I stood up, and water went whoosh. So I called my mom. Of course, she came and got me. I drove to the hospital. Yeah, I know. My mother didn't want to drive, but I had to drive, and so yeah, it was different.
And you called nieces. We got to come and witness that too.
Yes, my nieces. I wanted them to see how it was to actually have a baby, thinking that they wouldn't have any until they got older, but it didn't work on all of them. But
so who all was in the room?
And I was gonna say my second one, Mackenzie, my water broke. I was at the mall. She was due. I was at the mall. Me and Stephanie was at the mall. Rivergate Mall. JCPenney.
Oh, geez.
I was taking some Christmas gifts back. She was due Christmas Day, and I was so mad at her because I had her Christmas outfits and everything, and she did not come. So she came on the 27th, but on the 26th, we went to the mall to take some Christmas stuff back. We was in the mall, and my water broke. Stephanie grabbed jeans and put them between my legs. New jeans, brand new jeans off their shelf.
Did you buy it?
No. She was like, Brandy, she was acting crazy. I said, girl, just give me back to the car. She was like, but it's not, it keeps running. And so my water broke, and I went home, and then went home. With her, I was a pro. I thought I could be a surrogate with her. I was like, oh, I'll be pregnant all over. She was amazing. My son's pregnancy was the worst ever. I thought I would never do this again. But, yeah, my water broke, and both times my water broke. So I don't know about somebody busting mine and C-sections.
So my only question for you is, did y'all ever pay for those jeans?
No. When I had my kids, I think everybody was in there. Was you in there when I had my kids? Well, y'all came afterwards?
No.
Right. Well, I know right, she kept having kids. I know my mom and my kid's father were in there at the time. And I think it was my ex-husband.
Oh, okay.
He was my husband at the time, but now he's out of here. So, yeah, I guess that's it. And the nurses and the doctors. Who was in there with you?
I think I just had.
I was in there with you.
Yep, Holly.
No, I was in there with Brandy too.
Oh, yeah, she held up my leg. Sorry.
Yeah,
both children.
My mom was in there, of course, my husband, and I think you was.
I was in.
But yeah, I think that was it though. And I think Janice might have been in there.
By me almost being 40, so having my first child, everybody was in my room. Yeah. My mom, of course,
long
my
time
mom.
coming.
Yeah, my mom, my dad, of course, my sisters, they were all there, and my ex-husband, he's out too. His mom
He's
was
out.
there.
Both Maurice is
Everybody
out.
was there.
Wow.
And then when I had my second one, my nieces,
Yeah.
I had all my nieces there with me the whole entire time. So that was pretty cool.
Really fun. This is no hope for Nemo. Jesus Christ.
Great.
Did that really work?
Yeah, great.
Did that really work?
The breathing did not work. They said to find a picture
And don't go to
and to
classes
focus
either.
on it. That did not work.
None of it worked.
That we went to the Lamont's classes. They told my husband to have a picture for me to focus on and make it a happy place. Nothing was happy. All pain and sleep.
I would describe a contraction. If you've ever had really bad cramps, take it to the 10th power.
Jesus.
Ooh.
That would be a contraction.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds really right. And yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. I mean, she did hit it on the nose. That's exactly right.
I don't feel very confident right now to have kids at all. I'm not looking forward to this at all.
No.
Unless once you have your epidural,
Yeah, then you're good.
Then
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, but we're talking about before. How
Yeah.
to really feel, to feel the nature of it.
How
And
long
then
was it
also-
before y'all got y'all's contraction? I mean, epidural. When you were having your
how long does it
contractions.
take?
Now, with
remember.
Karen, like I said, because they induced me, it was, by the time I started having really bad contractions, they went ahead and gave me my epidural because that was my first child. But it still was painful. I still felt some pain.
Yeah,
don't
you're
get me
gonna feel
wrong.
some.
Yeah, I still felt some pain, and you still, even with the epidural, you still feel the pressure.
Yes.
So I still felt that heavy pressure, but it was still better than just feeling just that raw contraction, them labor pains. So it still was better than that. But yeah, that's what contractions are. They're
Yeah.
just
They're
really,
very
really
painful.
bad cramps.
Yeah, they're very,
Bad
very,
cramps.
very painful.
New moms out there, you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed. I know I am.
I was in labor with Carson. My water broke at like 2 a.m. and he came at like, he was here by like 9. Like 9. So I was not in labor from like from the house my water broke to when he came. It was like from 2 to 9. How many hours is that? Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's like 7 hours. I was in labor for 7 hours with him. It was not as bad as I thought though. It was bad, like just the contractions and stuff, but it wasn't. Probably as a new mom, you're probably putting more on it than what it was for me. I put more on it than what it actually was, but it wasn't that bad to me.
No, it was bad for me.
Oh my God, I thought she gonna say, yeah, I agree.
No, I don't agree with Destiny on that one, but it might because I was older. But no, we went to the doctor that night because I didn't go to Bible study, so I knew it was like 5 o'clock, and I didn't have Dakota until the next day at 11 in the morning. So that's a long. I went in labor that whole time because remember they induced my labor, but I was still having contractions, smalls, and then it got bad around 11. Nicholas, we got there that morning, and then I called y'all, and I had him at 5 o'clock. His was not that bad. Now Nicholas was amazing. He was amazing because he was my second, so I knew what to expect. I knew what was going to happen, and it was just different, So it was much better with Nicholas, but he gives me H now. Yeah, he's a pain after the labor.
Mine's was bad. It was bad, and I think too because it was my first time. I probably was expecting it to be bad, so it was bad, But I think I was in labor probably 14 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it probably was 14. Now I wasn't in pain
Right,
like that,
of
but I'm
course.
talking about the whole process from
Yeah.
them inducing me to
Yeah.
she actually came. It was about 14 hours.
How long do you think you were in pain?
Out of those 14 hours.
I really don't, really I don't know because like I said, it start off as little cramps and you really don't get your epidural then. And then it goes away, then it comes back, and then it's like the cramps get worse and worse and worse. But before they got where they were unbearable, they gave me my epidural. But like I said, I did still have pain. You still gonna have pain. The Bible talks about that.
Yeah.
You're still gonna suffer some pain.
Yeah.
But
Take it to the book.
Yeah. It's true. That is true.
And see, because I was
we
a
have
mom,
Eve to thank for that.
because I was a mom that recorded all my first stuff. My water broke at 2:14 a.m. I actually had him at 12:51 p.m. He was 7 pounds 4 ounces and 19 inches. So I was in labor about 10 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And that was it for my first one. I don't think that was bad.
No.
It wasn't. He wasn't a bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I think because of what I had already heard, I just really was drama with
Gassed
it.
yourself up.
Because the second one, I actually watched her in the mirror come out. I breathed like they told me and everything. So, that was my experience with my first one. So, did I do it again? Yeah, I did it again. Would I do it now? Hell no.
Oh my God.
And I am with my baby sister. No, I would never do it again.
I'll do it again.
Well, go ahead,
I'm gonna
girl.
have 2 more.
What about you, Ingrid? Would you do it again?
No.
No, I would never do it again.
Well, is it because of the pain of the labor, or is it because of the pain after the labor?
What do you mean?
Kid.
After they come home and they grow up and they're about to be 23.
I would never do it.
All above. All above.
I'll never do it again.
Oh.
I mean, like my mom said, when they're young, they're on your lap. But when they get older, they get on your heart. And that's some pain right there. You think labor pains, labor pains hurt. But when they get on your heart and, and the cares and the concerns that you have for them, and they're just out there just being them, that is really painful. It's really painful. But they can be a bundle of joy, when they're small, they're a bundle of joy, and then you go through this phase and, then finally they come out of that. But
Well, they ain't got on my heart. They getting on my nerves. I'm just gonna keep it real.
well, enjoy that. Enjoy
I
that.
don't know about the heart
Enjoy
crack.
them getting on your nerves.
They get on my nerves.
Yeah, but she was
for real.
50 when she had her. So
Yeah, that is true. That
being
is
50, having your first one, it's a little
What's not 50, bro?
different.
That was 40.
Because she was 47.
I was not. I was
She was
38. I was 38, but no. I'm talking about with Nicholas. I was 39 when I had Nicholas, and then 3 months later I turned 40. So that's why I said 40, because I had him in May, and then I turned 40 in December.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think, Mother, you're mainly, because you had 3 kids, so
Yeah.
really it was 1 out of 3 ain't bad. So that's the pain you're talking
No,
about.
I'm
So for people out there,
all 3.
you have 3 kids, only one of them is gonna break your heart.
No.
She wants you to clear that up.
I'm talking about the pain of all 3.
I think, Brandy, you had 2, so again, 2 out of 1 ain't bad. So
No, I got 2 out of 2.
Exactly.
But the breaking and will break.
Yeah.
Well,
and I think mothers, you also have to remember how you were as a child. Because my grandmother says, you're going to reap, and you're also going to reap more. So we got to remember that too.
I did not. The things that I've suffered, I didn't do all those things to my mom.
Well, we got to ask her. Because I think she would tell a completely different story.
Well, I'm reaping.
My advice to all the new moms out there, or moms to be, my advice is to enjoy the process, because it goes by so fast, and you'll worry about how it's gonna be when you have the labor and the baby. But I would say enjoy the process. Take your time, relax, and enjoy the whole process of it, because it's gonna go by really fast.
For expecting moms, my advice to you would be to just relax and know that you can't really prepare. There's no way really to prepare, except for the things that you can do, as far as have your bags ready, have the baby room ready. But as far as to know what to expect for labor, because everybody's different. So you just have to be open and be excited and just look forward to this new experience. Yours is going to be different. So it's really, I can't really tell you what to expect. My first child, they ended up having to induce my labor, so I wasn't expecting that. So how do you really, prepare? So just be excited and just enjoy the moment. That's what my advice would be. Enjoy the moment.
So for all you new moms who wants to be moms, my advice to you is it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt really, really bad. But it will be worth it in the end. I promise you. They get on your nerves, but they bring so much joy to your life. So just make sure you have your bags packed in advance, make sure you have the nursery together, and make sure you have babysitters, lots of babysitters. Because when they first come home, they're little monsters that cry, and then you won't stop crying, and you're gonna need a nap. So congratulations, and make sure you send me pictures of your baby.
Okay, mommies. Thank you all so much for watching our girl talk as we discuss our 15 My First Labor tag questions. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. We always have a great time together, so I'm really excited for y'all to watch it. I truly hope you enjoy it. But before we go, do not forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button that's going to be to the right of your screen, and do not forget to hit your notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave me comments down in the comment section below and let me know, okay? Thank you all so much again for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.